Okay, amid all the chaos, Israel is also heading to another election in less than 2 months. Tonight at 11:59 is the deadline for lists to be submitted to the Central Elections Committee from each party. Let's speak with Dror Yemini, a politics reporter from Ynet, for his insight into this. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So, some parties that we expected to do well may not even make it above the electoral threshold, according to polls. Are we going to see any surprise dropouts before the deadline?
No, I mean, yes, we have one deadline, which is tonight, but until the day of election, some parties that are registered, they might leave the campaign and declare we are not running anymore. Today, at midnight, we will have only one red line, but it doesn't mean that every party that is going to be registered is going to run all the way.
All right, there's also been some interesting alliances being formed on the right, including the latest merger between Smotrich and Ben Gvir that apparently Netanyahu pushed for. How is that going to help Netanyahu?
I mean, he is hoping that they are going to pass the threshold. That's why he pushed both sides to merge. But there is a problem. There is a problem because actually, in a way, we have to remember that in the 80s, the Likud, the Herut, the party of Menachem Begin, the Knesset members in that time went out of the whole, the Knesset, whenever Meir Kahana spoke. Now they are pushing to put one of Kahana supporters in the Knesset. It's a big change. I'm not sure that it's going to help Netanyahu because in a way nobody wanted him to go to the extreme right, and that's actually what he's doing. And it might create a problem. And second, nobody knows if they are going to pass the threshold. I mean, it's not that he can guarantee that. Yes, of course, it can help them, but they failed already. We cannot forget it. Even when they were united, even Naftali Bennett did not pass the threshold before. So everything is quite flexible, and we have no idea what is going to happen. We have to wait not only to the polls, but of course to the real results.
Sure, and also some interesting developments on the left there, a split in the Arab Joint List Party. As Netanyahu tries to attract Arab Israeli voters, how will that play out?
It might play out that if the Arab parties will lose something like 3 or 4 seats in the Knesset, the meaning is that the right-wing bloc is going to be much stronger, and it might change the whole picture. So maybe what he wanted to create is going to be created. So yes, maybe it's a kind of from his point of view, a kind of a very clever move. Yes, he did it. Yes, and anyway, according to the polls, right now he is going to have something like between 1 to 2 Knesset seats from the Arab population in Israel. So yes, things are going to change in his favor. Yes, again, we have to wait and see what will be in the next 6 weeks until the election. But generally speaking, yes, for him, from his point of view, it was a very clever move.
It will certainly be an interesting election. Dror Yemini, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.